Hello devs, welcome to this stream. Today I'm going to talk about how to manage Node.js in your system. So there are several ways in which many people manage their Node.js applications, and since Node.js is a JavaScript runtime, there are many ways in which you can do the installation and use it locally within your machine. So I'm going to show you how to different ways in which you can use to install this package into your system and use it. So depending on whichever system you're using, I'll demonstrate for Linux, but it's a bit straightforward for Windows. So what you need to do is if you're on Windows, you can just head over to nodejs.org and you'll be able to see current led release. We also have the LTS meaning the long-term support, and this one usually gets support for many years and it's the most recommended. Current is the one which has the latest updates on the upcoming features that are coming onto Node.js. So if you want to try them out, you can download the current version based on your operating system. We have for Linux, we have for Windows and Mac. I won't be going this way because I'm on Zorin, which is a Debian distro, works the same as Ubuntu or Kali Linux. So if you're on Linux, most of the time, if you can see in the command line, we usually have the apt package manager, and it usually causes some conflict. You can install, then you install version 12, then upgrading becomes an issue. So one way you can solve this problem so that you don't install it globally, we can go to node source /distributions. I'll link this in the description. So from here you'll be able to get the latest releases of Node.js, and depending on your operating system, there are just a list of supported versions here. You can see their commands. You can see this is for version 20, which is the current release. We have 20, we have 18. Currently the LTS is 18, and you can see this one is for Ubuntu, Debian, then these are root. So you install at your system base level. We have version 19, 18, and yeah, any other which is supported will be listed down here. So another way of installing it, for this one, I don't like this case because you have to install it globally under root permissions, and setting up paths and those other things becomes really difficult. But to kickstart, you can try nvm. So nvm is also another way through which you can install Node.js. So I'll link it in the description below, but you can see it has just very simple commands for running and installing Node.js. So this one, the benefits are you can be able to manage different versions of Node.js and swap them at any point in time. And yeah, there'll be instructions here below. So those are 3 ways through which you can install Node.js, but my most preferred way is using the PNPM, which is the Node Package Manager. But it offers a lot of benefits as compared to NPM. I just discovered that you can use it to manage your Node.js application, and you'll be able to install different versions and use them at any point in time that you might require. So you'll go to PNPM IO. Okay, then you'll click on get started. From there you'll see motivation, installation, and these are the ones. I'll head over to installations, and from here I'll be able to see different commands which can be run on different environments. For instance, for Windows we can use this IWR, we can use on POSIX, we can use this curl or wget, and these are the ones. So because I'm using system like Ubuntu, so I'll go with the POSIX system and just launch up my terminal. So for this, currently I have Node.js, I have version 16 installed. It was installed via PNPM, but I want to go through the uninstallation process so that we can install it afresh and get things to work. So, and we have just below it here we have uninstallation instructions. So I'll use that first to remove it from my system and make sure that we don't have it. So right ahead I'll just do this, remove that, paste. So that means PNPM is gone, and so currently we don't have PNPM. Then we can clean the PNPM home, and let's just remove this store. Then so currently we don't have so because I'm using a ZSH, let me just zoom in a bit. I'm using ZSH as my terminal, and I'll just tail my .zshrc. So if I get the tail, you can see we have PNPM set up here. Okay, this is the one which is resolving the path to PNPM. So I'll need to remove it first so that I'll need to remove it first so that we have install it afresh so that you're able to see what's going on. So once that's done, we can just source .zshrc. So this means we are just reloading the setup file or the config file. Just clear. So once that is done, we'll come back to the installation guide and use the POSIX one, copy. I'll just copy that, then come to my terminal and paste. So with this it will download PNPM. For this we'll be installing it without npm, but once PNPM is installed, we'll be able to move along and install Node.js, which will come with npm. So as you can see here, it has already installed, and you can see next configuration changes were made to these. So it has been extended to my .zdchrc, and you can see we already have PNPM set up. So it appended this config. This is just checking case if path, we have PNPM home in our global path, and then we export that path, then we close the case. So that's for bash, but you can see we already have PNPM. So if I just run PNPM, you'll see it expects some given commands. For now, we can just test if we have node. You can see we don't have any node version environment, and now once this is done, what you'll do, you'll come here, back here, come to environment, CLI commands. In the CLI commands, you'll come to the section of manage environments, then you'll click on PNPM env cmd. So for this case, you can install a given version of Node.js into your system, and this will be of a lot of importance. Let's say you have a project which runs on Node 14, another one runs on Node 16, another one runs on Node 18. You can be able to have these different versions of Node.js running in your system. So how to install it, you'll just copy this command. So this one will download the latest LTS version into your system. So we'll just copy and paste. So it will fetch, you'll see it's fetching Node.js version 18.17, and once it's done, it will be able to add it to path without interfering with the global system Node.js, because most people who are working with the Linux usually don't have problems managing paths and apps or runtimes that are installed globally. So this will be able to install it just in something like a virtual environment where it won't be able to affect the whole system. So as you can see, Node.js 18.17 is activated. So we can just test node-v, and you can see we have node version 18.17. So that one is installed. Let's say we want to work with a project that uses Node.js 16. You'll just run the same command, but we'll specify I just want version 16. Then PNPM will be able to download that version and install it into your system. Once it's installed, it will be able to activate to the current Node.js that you're using. Then you can easily switch between these versions at any point in time that you feel like using a different version of Node for any different project you might be running. Because I understand there are some breaking changes if you are running apps in lower versions of Node, and there are breaking changes that come up in the later versions. You can easily roll back. So for instance, now we have we can check Node version, and you'll see we have Node version 16 currently. Then we can easily change version just using the same command, PNPM env use -- global. So for this case we are using 16. Now I will be using I will try to use 18, or I'll just use LTS. So it will LTS. So it will check if it's global, it's globally available. If it's not there, then it will download it. Otherwise it will activate the one which you have already installed. And can check using node non. So currently you can see we have version 18.17, and we can also switch to 16, and this way it's really easy. And if you want to uninstall it, then just come to this URL here, and you'll be able to remove this home, PNPM home, global environment variable, and you'll be able to get it off your system without interfering with any other thing in your system. So that was it, guys. In case you might want to see some more of such, I'll be posting updates on more of such. And if you find this interesting, please leave a comment, share and subscribe, so that this may reach so many other people who may wish for such kind of contents. Thank you. For the links on how to install and different ways of doing this, I'll add them in the description, so that you can be able to access and check the one which is appropriate for you and the one which fits you well. Thank you. Bye for now.